Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where I talk about my traveling experience and I give you guys some tips and tricks on how to travel. So stay tuned and subscribe for more. On this video, I want to talk about 5 different things I learned while I was in Japan. Number 1, Japan is a very Japanese country. So they will only speak Japanese. There are a few phrases in English, for example in the stations they would have the signs written in Japanese and then they would have in Roman letters. Is that how it's called, the alphabet? So it's quite easy to get around, but speaking to people otherwise it's very minimum and very difficult. Just try to be friendly, try to be nice. If you can, download some apps where they can teach you a few key phrases in Japanese so you can practice while you're over there, or just purchase a little phrase book where you can learn a few phrases here and there. Me, on the other hand, I was stupid enough to leave my phrase book back in the UK. So that was great for me. All the Japanese I learned was sumimasen, which means I'm sorry. So that brings me to point number 2. Japan is an extremely polite country. So, you know, just make sure you're polite to people. I mean, why would you go to a country and be horrible to somebody? I remember when we were heading towards Lake Karaguchiko, we were running late and I told my fiance to give the hotel a ring before they gave our room away. And the hotel manager, he was very understanding, and once we got to the station it was pretty late. We managed to get a taxi that took us to the hotel. And our manager was like, "Oh, are you guys okay? Did you make it here fine?" And because it was very late, we couldn't go out of the hotel because they got curfews, especially around that area since it's quite dangerous and very dark. They got curfews for the visitors. So they got curfews for the visitors. So what he did is that he brought us some teas and some biscuits back to our room because he knew that night we didn't have anything to eat. So that was extremely nice of him and super polite. Yeah, I really love Japanese people. They're just super polite. It's like going to someone else's house and they're trying to make you feel welcome. That is what Japan is like. Number 3. Japan is a very crowded country wherever you go. Well, not wherever you go, mainly the big cities will be overcrowded. Like Tokyo, Osaka, Kyoto, the three main cities would be overcrowded with people. Tokyo especially, you could be at the Shibuya crossing at 2 o'clock in the morning and you would still have a hell of a lot of people crossing that road. So just be aware about the amount of people that are in Japan. Point number 4, Japan has this huge contrast from wherever you go. You will find a massive contrast. By this I mean nature-wise, culture-wise, I guess. So for example, we started in Osaka. It's city-based, but you still kind of have some outskirt areas. So Osaka is very city-based, very busy city type of thing. When we moved along to, let's say, Hiroshima, it was a little bit more quieter, a lot more natural, especially since they got Miyajima Island. So you got that contrast of city and nature together. And that's what I just find so beautiful about Japan. Also the contrast of the colors that you will find in Japan, so beautiful. I found that Tokyo is a very neon city with all these amazing lights that just kind of hit you on your face as soon as you step out at nighttime. But when you head to Kyoto, which is still more traditional part of town, you got the Thousand Gates, which are all colored red, and then you have the bamboo forest, which is all green. So the color contrast is amazing and it's beautiful. So yeah, you really need to check it out. I'm guessing it doesn't matter what time of the year you go, you will find a huge contrast. Point number 5, sushi. I cannot make a video without talking about sushi in Japan. Japanese sushi is like the best sushi ever. It's fresh, it's not frozen, it's not the frozen stuff that you get back in the UK or back wherever you go. The sushi is super fresh, super tasty. They got way too many different kinds, and it is so cheap as well. It's way cheaper than back in the UK. In the UK, I know there's this thing called Blue Mondays on Yo Sushi, and I mean, I love it, but for 10 plates, I can easily spend about 40 to 50 pounds just on 10 to 15 plates. However, while we were in Japan, we went to one that had the convertible thing, I think, is it called convertible? Well, the bell thing, and we had about 24 plates between us two. I'm talking about me and my fiance. We had 24 plates of sushi, and when I go to a sushi restaurant, I don't stop. I love sushi. It's my favorite food ever. It's super cheap. We paid the equivalent of about 25 pounds or 26 pounds, something like that. But it's way cheaper than anywhere else. So yeah, make sure that if you ever go to Japan and you like fish, try sushi. Even if you don't like fish, they have way different types of sushi that you can try. That was the end of this video. I hope you like it. If you like this video and would like to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Also follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, if people still have Tumblr, and also check out my website, which I will now be creating as a blog where I talk about my past traveling experiences. So I'm very excited about that. However, my English skills in writing are pretty terrible, so bear with me. Peace out.